Today's topic will be class relation. This is very important for you to know and to understand because this will define how you will do your programming code. So basically, the class relation belongs to the class design. Okay, this is the first step before you do programming. So I hope that you can understand the material better. So if you have any difficulties, please don't hesitate to ask me directly, or you can prompt your question in the group class. Okay. What is class relation? Basically, there are four basic relations between objects in class relation. One of the relations that you already know is the inheritance uh, relationship. Okay? And the other three would be association, aggregation, and composition. Okay. I will give a short brief regarding to the inheritance. So inheritance basically is how you derive a class, a general class into a more specific class. So our general class will be derived into a specific class and so on. And the, the purpose of this inheritance concept is to uh, to differentiate between differentiate between each class to be more specific class. As you can see, this is the general class employee, and then the employee class will be derived into a more specific class that has its own unique attributes or method than the general class. And the next relationship would be association. So, association. What is association? Association is any relationship or a common relationship between objects. This relationship also include inheritance and aggregation. So it is more general in nature, while inheritance and aggregation are special relationship. So as you can see, the relationship sign is common or similar with the database or table relationship. It has uh, information regarding to the how many object or how many things that can be related with others object. In this example, as you can see, person, the relationship between person and project is many to many, where many person can be assigned to many project, and vice versa, many project can be assigned to many person. But the relationship between the person and department is different, where many person can work in only one department, and also one department can consist a lot of person or many persons. So this kind of symbol of this kind of information is very necessary for you uh, to show. So it will reduce the confusion, and it will be reducing the misunderstanding between the designer and the programmers. So I hope that start from now, whenever I ask you or whenever I request you to design a class diagram, uh, please use this kind of symbol or this kind of association. Okay. And we step more further regarding to another uh, relationship. So in general, association will be called it's is a relationship. Okay. So whenever you heard about is a relationship, then it will be referring into the association relationship. So we can say that association means that an object uses another object. Okay, an object uses another object. An association is a relationship where all objects have their own life cycle and no one act as an owner. So it's only communicate each other without any interfering each other. So it's only the main term about this association is uses. An object uses another object. Okay, and the example would be like a teacher and student. Many students can associate with one teacher, and one student can associate with many teachers. Both objects can be created and destroyed independently without affecting the existence of other objects. So like in this one, uh, as you can see, it's only the relationship only using another methods, and the student record a class record will use a student method and so on. This is only communication between its object without affecting the life cycle of others object. And the next relationship would be aggregation, where aggregation is a more specialized form of association, where an object has its own life cycle, but with ownership and child classes cannot have its parent class, and the relationship is usually called the has a relationship. It's this different with previous relationship, where previous relationship will be called is a, and for this kind of relationship will be called as has a, because a parent class can use a child class object, so there will be an ownership. For example, the department and the teacher. One teacher can have multiple departments, but if we delete the department object, then the teacher object will not be deleted as well. But because the department is the parent of the class and the teacher is the child of the class, then the teacher's object, and then the department will have a teacher object inside the department. So the symbol of the aggregation would be like using these diamond symbols. You can see how to read this one. That the top one would be the general classes or the parent classes, and the bottom one is more specific classes, and we can call it as a child class. So, sorry, the university as a parent have a child relationship with the college, as you can see with the diamond. So the diamond position will be determined about regarding to the which is becoming the parents and which object becoming the child. So the closer the diamond position, then the, the class would be parents the parents position, and the further the diamond position would be determined that the class is the child class. So you can see that how to read this kind of relationship. We can say that the college is a part of university. Of the university has a college inside the university, and the college have two different roles it can become a child of a university, and it also can become a parent of a department because he has the diamond symbol directly into this class. So when the college class become a parent, so we can uh, read this kind of relationship by saying that the college has a department, okay, and the department is part of the college. Okay. The example how to use this kind of relationship in programming code would be this like this one. Okay. Department will become a parent, and the teacher will become a child. So the symbol would be like this one. The diamond will be into the department, and the teacher will have a direct relationship with the department. So it's mean that the department class has a teachers. Okay, like it has been explained before that each parent has the 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 object class of the child class. So as you can see, the newest thing regarding to this kind of relationship is this attribute. The department class has an object as an attribute where this attribute comes or belongs from another object or another class. Okay, this is how to describe or how to translate the design into a programming code where it has an association, uh, aggregation kind of relationship. So whenever we have that kind of relationship, then the programming code will be like this way. It means that the part the body of the department class will have teachers teachers object or another class object inside the body. So in this manner, the the department class has list of teachers or a group of teachers. Okay, and in the main class, we will use this kind of method like this one. So firstly, we create the object department first. Then next, we will create the teachers object, teachers one and teachers two in this example, and it can have more than two teachers. And then the next part will be we will add the teachers object into the department attribute. So this kind of programming code will be this kind of programming codes means it has a aggregation kind of relationship. Like it's already explained that both of the object will not affecting another object. It means that whenever we destroy the department object, then the teacher's object will still exist. And it's also uh, we can also use with different ways. Whenever we destroy the teacher's object, then the department object will still exist. But the department object will use the teacher's object inside the department. So it will not affecting each other. And the symbol of the aggregation will be like this one. The employee belongs to the department, or the department has employee inside. So whenever you have this kind of relationship, so to one of the identity, or it has another, it has the attribute of another class object, like this one. So whenever you have, you created this kind of relationship, then you have to make sure that you use the, the other class as the attribute of the classes. Okay, and for the next kind of variation of a relationship will be called composition. The composition is the strongest kind of relationship. It's called a special form of aggregation with a strong holding with concurrent lifetimes where the contents of the object cannot be shared by other containers. And the object must be deleted if the container is removed. It means that it's the relationship will be similar with the previous. It means that the class X will has the class Y inside the object, but it has a strong relationship. As you can see, we will fill in the diamond wheel with the black colors. But the differentiation between the previous relationship will be this one. Whenever the class X or whenever the parent's class destroy, then the class Y or the child object will also be destroyed or must be deleted also. So the differentiation between aggregation and decomposition will be the symbols. Okay, and the example to use this kind of design into a programming code would be this one. Let's say we have we have a class department similar with the previous, and we will also have another class called university. This is the differentiation between the aggregation relationship. So you created the child object inside the parents objects. So you define the child object inside the parents object. In this way, whenever the parents object destroy, then the child object will also be destroyed or will also be deleted because you are deleting the content, all the content inside the class. So the main class will be different. So it is not necessarily for you to define the child class object because it's already defined inside the parents object. So the main application will only creating the parents object, uh, only created the parents object, like this one. So it's not necessarily for you to create the child object because it's already generated whenever the parents object created. Okay, and the last one would be like already been explained in the first slide. And the multiplicity kind of relationship has many kind of symbols or any kinds of numbers. So in this example, as you can see, it has a 5 and many symbol or star symbol and 3 to 5. So how to read this kind of relationship? We can say, or we can read it by using this kind of terms like minimum 5 students. Okay, the minimum 5 students can enroll into 3 to 5 course. So a student can take or can enroll minimum three and maximum would be 5 different course, and one course have to has a minimum members of student is 5, or the maximum will be unlimited if you give this kind of symbol. So one course can consist of minimum 5 students, and maximum would be uh, unlimited. Okay, a student must enroll in 3 to 5 courses, and a course must have at least 5 students. And other multiplicity constraint can be exactly 1, or uh, 1 into unlimited, 1 or more, and another one would be 0 or 1, okay, 3 or 5, 3 to 5, 0 or more, and this one is also can have a 4, exactly 4. So this kind of information is very important when you are creating or when you are designing a class relationship, because uh, it will make your programming code easier, and it will give you a clear composition or a clear image on how to construct, or how to create your programming code. Okay, do you have any question?
Not yet.
Are you sure?
Oh, association is uh, yeah, wait. Aggregation, inheritance, and composition is part of